Welcome back, ladies, gents, and everybody in between to the Band of Misfits Podcast, the showcase of controlled chaos we call our friendship. Well, call us a pig farm because we're shooting shit today, y'all. We didn't have any other ideas, and we're all exhausted. Some of us are job hunting. Some of us are about to graduate. Some of us are job hunting. Mm-hmm. So we're all tired.
Yeah, it's been a long week. A lot of homework and stuff. On top of I still have to, so I just finished getting all my graduation stuff in order. Got my robe and stuff, as you guys can see. Not as the audio listeners can see. Some of us have our cameras on in Discord, so we can see each other while we record these. But yeah, so it's my graduation robe is hanging in the background of me, because I am in my closet, again, because people are actually, my roommate and her boyfriend are actually in the apartment, or I should say, my roommate's boyfriend is in the apartment, she's at work. Bless her heart, she had to go to work at 8 o'clock this morning, and she will not get off until about 9 o'clock tonight. Bless her heart, poor her. Very long day at work. But, so, since he's in the living room and the TV's on, I have to be in my closet, because otherwise my mic picks up on the sound. So it's a little cramped. It's a little cramped. I'm making it work. But, yeah, on top of that, I also need to, in the next week or two, I need to start job hunting. And I need to continue my master's stuff, because now I've gotten it narrowed down to, 3 different colleges. And so I have to write a statement of purpose and I need to write a statement of purpose, and I need to get 3 letters of recommendation, which I already have people picked out for it. So, yeah, that's fun. That's what's on my plate, on top of school stuff. So.
Love that. I just bought all my graduation stuff yesterday as well, Wolf, and I have been doing some job stuff as well. I had a job fair today. It went pretty well. My school required me to go to 5, but I already have jobs I'm applying for in the district I'm currently student teaching in. So I talked to that stop, and I briefly talked to them all, but honestly, I feel like I know where I'm going to end up, and I feel okay about it. I'm not doing masters right now. I'm just applying and getting licensure exams done, because any masters I might want to get takes 3 years of teaching experience anyway. So I have to wait.
Yeah, you have to wait. I unfortunately, I can either wait or go right into it, and and I'm just I'm already in the school mode. I'm just gonna go right into it.
Right. If I do end up getting a master's in something like school leadership or administration, I have to have a continuing educator's license, which you can only get if you've got 3 years of experience and you have passed your licensure exams. So you have to teach for 3 years before you can do that. Ugh.
Yeah. I'm trying to just look for a job right now, but it's not going too well. I think more jobs will open up after this whole pandemic thing dies down.
Time.
Yeah, COVID's really made it hard.
Into something I don't want to do.
Yeah, COVID's really making it hard for jobs.
It is. It's been, ironically, it's made teaching jobs easier to find because all the teachers are quitting.
I mean, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
One could argue that, school systems don't really care as much. I mean, we already knew this from what teachers are getting paid. But, school systems aren't really loving their teachers, and in return aren't really getting love from their teachers.
I mean, so I think we've said before that we live in North Carolina. All of us do. And if you don't read state-based news for states you don't live in, if you don't live here, then you won't know that North Carolina recently revoked its pension for new employees, new government employees starting this year, which is me. Mm-hmm. So that's great.
Which teachers are already way underpaid.
And I now you're one of my teachers, our benefits.
Dude, yeah. One of my teachers, when I was in 6th grade, wrote her yearly salary on the board, and I was like, that's it? And she was like, yeah, I'm working this job and other jobs.
Yep.
I was like, that sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, now you guys are having that revoked, and it's like...
Now we don't even have pension. Like
it's horrible. Yeah, see, this is why the teachers have gone on strike numerous times.
Whoop. Did we just lose someone?
Panda dropped her internet and just dropped again.
Oh.
So Panda's laptop is... She needs to replace her laptop. She just hasn't had time to yet. So yeah. She'll hop back on in a minute. See?
Oh, wait. I don't see anybody.
Your laptop's still treating you well, I see.
Sure is.
Yeah, I can't see you.
I can see you. Okay. Maybe
I'll log off and then log back on.
Okay. But yeah, so yeah, teachers, poor teachers. Yeah. If you literally, people point blank say, if you're going to teach, don't teach in North Carolina because you're not going to be paid anything.
Teach in like Texas or something.
Teach. People and teachers literally say, hey, you're thinking of being a teacher? Don't teach in North Carolina because you're going to get paid crap. You won't be able to survive on the pay that you're getting. You'll have to work.
It's not so bad in CMS or like other districts like that. Like CMS is a very large district in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. They pay okay. I think it's sort of... I want to do well on my EdCPA, so I get paid more, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
There we go. How has your roommate situation been, Wolf? Do you want to update us
the
on
dog?
that?
Yeah, so update. We haven't gotten any more news on it because I think at this point... Because we told the security guard... So last week we talked about this. So last week I was talking about how we have a puppy and we had gotten a noise complaint on Friday, literally right before we were going to record the podcast. Right before we recorded the podcast, we got a noise complaint for her puppy Benji, who's a lab retriever. And he's very young. He is only, this is the 4th week we've had him. He is, 12 weeks old now. 12 weeks old today. So yeah, we got a noise complaint. And we literally were trying to find out who did it so we could, talk to them. Because we also, 4 hours before we got the noise complaint, had received a threatening note on our front door that basically said, we can hear your dog barking, do something about it, or else we'll file a noise complaint, with a lot of incorrect grammar and incorrect spelling, mind you, but there was also a lot of exclamation marks, so it was quite a threatening note.
Probably scribbled in pure anger.
Yeah, I was like, wow, whoever wrote this must have been really pissed off. So we were trying to find out who it was just so we could talk to them and explain that it's a puppy. We're still she's still training him. We're still training him, trying to make him understand that he's not supposed to bark. And he's actually gotten a lot better. He doesn't bark that often now. But yeah, so we started knocking on people's doors after we got that note. Which my roommate found it after she got home from work at about 5. And then literally, we spoke to maybe half the people in our apartment building because only half the people were home. People were still at work and at class and stuff. And those people are like, oh, we can't hear your dog. For the few that actually knew we had a dog, were like, we can't hear your dog barking. And then the other half didn't even know we had a dog. So it was like, okay. And then at 9 o'clock that night, right before we were gonna, so we wound up having to push the podcast back a bit because people had other things going on. So we were recording it late, and it's mentioned that we got a threatening note, got an actual noise complaint. Security guard came, knocked on our door. My roommate had answered it, and then she came and knocked on my door because she was like, hey, can you come with me? Like, we got an actual noise complaint now. Can you come with me to knock on the neighbors' doors and stuff to try and figure out, like, who this is so we can talk to them and explain. Went knocking door to door. Everyone is home. Everyone was home. We live on the second floor. Everyone was home except for the people that live directly below us. And we're thinking it's the people directly below us because everyone else that we talked to, like, everyone on the third floor, everyone on our floor, and everyone on the first floor except for those people. And even the girl who lives right next to us and shares a wall with us had no idea we had a dog. So it's like, we get this note saying, hey, we hear your dog barking, except for the person who lives right next to us that shares a wall with us didn't even know we had a dog. So it was very sketchy. It was like, at that point we were thinking, is she hearing our dog or a different dog? Because half the people in the building had dogs or like dog or dogs. And yeah, so that was fun. Then Saturday rolls around. So my roommate, did this happen on Thursday? No, this happened on, was this Thursday or Friday when that happened? My roommate was out of town Friday. This happened on Thursday. My bad. I forgot my roommate was out of town on Friday. So this happened Thursday. So then when we did the podcast on Friday and then the Twitch stream afterwards, I talked about all this. Then my roommate went out of town on Friday. She went away for the weekend from Friday to Monday. Got a thing on Saturday. Got a call saying that we were being formally charged for a noise complaint, which the difference is a formal charge is you actually are getting charged with money now for a noise complaint instead of just being told that it's a noise complaint. And the funny thing was, roommate was out of town, left Friday, wasn't coming back till Monday, took the dog with her. There was no dog in our apartment. And it was like, there's no dog here. What do you mean there's a dog barking? We got a formal noise complaint about a dog barking, and the dog wasn't even in our apartment. So we called the security guard who had told us about the noise complaint on Thursday. He was super nice, which is why he gave us his number. He was like, if you have any issues or you have questions, just call me. Super nice. We called him, and he was like, yeah, formal charge, yada, yada, yada. And I told my roommate, I said, tell him that the dog's not even here. And she told him because I was texting my roommate who was on the phone with him because she, again, was out of town with the dog. And she told him. And basically now what's happened is we have this quote-unquote formal charge for a noise complaint, except for the noise complaint is invalid because the dog wasn't here. And we have proof that the dog wasn't here because I had people visiting me on Saturday, Sunday, whenever this happened. I think it was Sunday. I had people come here and visit me, and they knew the dog wasn't here because they didn't see the dog. My roommate, when she went out of town, she went to the beach, and she went with some friends, like a small group of friends. So all those people know for a fact that, yeah, the dog came with them. So now the people who have basically the people who filed the first noise complaint and then now filed the formal charge noise complaint screwed up. Because clearly their big mistake is the dog wasn't here and they filed a noise complaint. So now they can be charged with filing a false complaint. We can charge them with filing false complaints. And our little noise complaint charge will be thrown out because the dog wasn't even here, which is great. And because it's a formal noise complaint, now we get all the information of who made the charge, like their apartment number, their names, their number, all that. So it's great because now we can find out who it is, get in contact with them, explain that everyone else in the building didn't even know we had a dog, except for the few people who have seen my roommate walking him around in the morning and at night. So honestly, yeah, so that's an update on the dog. We are quote unquote being charged, except for the charge is going to get thrown out and we can charge them now. And what we think happened is they heard one of the other dogs in the building barking and just assumed it was us. Because, so we can actually hear dogs barking occasionally, and it's people that live above us. It's not the people that live directly above us, but that live above us diagonally, because they have 2 dogs. Mm-hmm. And we can hear their dogs barking occasionally. We're thinking that maybe they heard those dogs, but because it was coming from above them, they just assumed it was us because they had seen my roommate walking her puppy around.
But you can tell the difference in a sound.
Yeah, but you can tell the difference in the sound.
Is it going to be a big dog or a little dog?
It's going to be about, you know how big Maya is? He'll be about slightly bigger than her. So, yeah, lab retrievers they get big, but not that big. He'll be kind of a medium-sized dog. But yeah, you can tell the difference of their bark because puppies have very high-pitched barks, and other dogs have more low-pitched barks. So it was I was like, well... Yeah, first off, clearly they didn't try and find out who the hell's dog it actually was. And secondly, they've screwed up now because the dog wasn't even here, and we can find out who they are and talk to them. So that is the update.
The other people, above you had, you said they had 2 dogs?
People, not the people directly above us, but the people on the 3rd floor, so above us, diagonally from us, have 2 dogs. And we're thinking that it's those dogs, playing around and barking at each other, which makes sense. And they're older, so they have deeper barks, so it's like...
Well, you can tell when there's, more than one dog barking. So if you only have one dog, once again, that would definitely not be yours if they heard multiple dogs barking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Which shows, that these people kind of just picked an apartment at random and went, oh, I think it's these people. Because I've seen them with a dog. I think it's them. But yeah, so I'm just happy now because we can find out who they are. And we can charge them for trying to file a noise complaint against us. For filing a noise complaint against us and then charging us with a noise complaint. We can go at them for that. Which is up to my roommate because it's her dog. I'm going to kind of push her and say that she should charge them because clearly they didn't do any research and they left a threatening note on our front door, which is incredibly immature. And also, the girl who lives right next to us, she was like, oh yeah, I saw that note. It was so childish. She was like, I don't know who wrote it, but I was so tempted to take the note off your door and throw it away because I felt so bad for you guys. She was like, I didn't even know you had a dog until you just now told me. She was like, but I saw that the note was clearly threatening. She was like, I felt so bad, I was gonna throw it away and stuff, but I felt that you should see it because it's a note directed to you. But she was apologetic about it. She was like, I would never write a note like that. That is so childish. Mm-hmm. But so that's an
you
update. You
should expect some level of noise in an apartment anyway.
I know. I was like, of all things to complain about, not the 50. No, they complain about a dog barking, not the 50 million gazillion parties that happen that are blasting music at 3 a.m. No, you complain about the dog barking.
I went through that like at the apartment I used to live at, both my neighbors boomed music.
Mm-hmm.
Different type of music. One liked 80s music, and the other one boomed like trap music and stuff like that. And so
clashing rhythms.
Yes. So if I wanted to go like to one side of the room to like escape one person, I was just listening to a whole different genre. But I wasn't really that mad because it's like, it's an apartment, whatever. Then every blue moon, I didn't open my door because I was not going to open my door to that fiasco. I think there was like massive like hallway parties going on because it was just crazy. Like, I don't even know what was going on out there. It sounded like a stampede of people. And I'll come out like the next day and like see all this craziness in the hallway. So it looked like they would have like parties outside of my door. Not my neighbors, some other people going around the complex. And I'm like,
yeah, that's those drifters that come and visit their friend and then continue the party when they leave. Yeah.
Yes. And so it's like, you can't be that upset. I think it's like your communal living. You have to deal with that.
Especially because your apartment and my apartments, like, they're located next to a college campus. They're for college students. Of course, people are going to have parties and get drunk and get high and do all these other things. You have to expect it. Like, the people who live directly above us actually used to have a lot of parties that would blast loud music and stuff. Except for my roommate found out who was living up there, realized that she knew one of the guys were living above us, and went and, like, talked to him, and now we never hear anything because they, before they would leave their porch door open, so you would hear the music really loudly.
Yeah.
Now they keep the noise down. They end their parties earlier, because they used to go to like 3, 4 a.m., but now they end it at around like midnight, 1 a.m. And they keep the volume real low. They keep the porch door closed. Like, they were super nice about it. They were very apologetic. They're like, "Oh, sorry, we didn't know it was like keeping you up." But again, there's also a simple solution to that. It's called earplugs. I went 99 cents. Went and bought 99 cents earplugs from Walmart. It's not hard. That's the other thing that irritated me with the noise complaints.
I'm still stuck on latte, like going from room to room, trying to avoid like 80s music and then trap music.
I know.
She's in one room and it goes, "I'm on a collision course on my way to Mars. And then she goes to the next one. It's like,
I know, what clash of genres, like.
It's just back and forth.
It's like you've got your own theme music as you're walking through your apartment.
Luckily, I actually liked my neighbor's music, so it didn't bother me that much. Honestly.
I know,
that's good.
It's just funny.
It's just that sometimes when I was trying to sleep, it would make it a little bit difficult.
Right.
But they didn't have horrible playlists.
I think so. This is really out of left field, but I was reading. So, like I told y'all, Wolf and I are both graduating, right? So I just ordered my cap and gown and all this mess, and we were talking today in my student teacher chat, because obviously we're all about to graduate, about how it's dumb that there's no option for fully vaccinated people to do. They're spreading it out over a super long period of time, and there's no like virtual just 2-day commencement like there was last time, and we're all really upset by it. And we're talking about how the chancellor of our school sucks, right? Like, so there's this, apparently, I have a friend at school that is a film major, and she does documentaries mainly. She's interning for documentarian stuff, and she does interviews for them. And apparently, the chancellor of our school has her house like completely wired with security, automatic locking doors, cameras, all kinds of stuff.
Why?
Because she thinks we all want to kill her, and she's right. I'm just kidding.
Well, yes, it's one of those things where we'd love to have them dead, but we're not going to kill them ourselves.
No, here's my thing. She thinks, first of all, the way she treats students of color on this campus, especially black students, is absolutely abysmal. It's absolutely not okay. There was a hate crime wave happening on campus. Like, people were just drawing swastikas and terrorizing Jewish students, and she didn't do anything about it. Right? She absolutely sucks. She's not kind to gay students either, of course. And on top of that,
my school, we don't tolerate it.
And on top of that, she also, like, hates poor people, so that's fun. Like, she cares about, like, she'll prioritize football over music, which is normal for most schools, unfortunately. But still, like, even to that extent, she's worse. So, you know, she really thinks that the gays and the black people and all the poor, dirty people are going to come raid her house and just kill her. But you know what, Sherry? Maybe we will. Maybe we will.
I might teach her a lesson.
We're here. We're queer. And we want her head on a spear.
That's a slogan. That's a slogan.
To quote my friend who put that in the chat, I'm stealing that from him. Thank you, Brian. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, that person sounds all sorts of complicated.
Yeah,
dude, I can't tell you how much I love that. My school has a zero tolerance policy for that. Our chancellor point blank has sent out numerous emails like, "Hey, we know somebody did something and that there are hate crimes going around campus. We will find you." And there were 2 students, I think, last year or the year before that, I think my sophomore year, that were yelling, racial slurs and stuff at some black students. And they were expelled. Well, we have a zero tolerance policy. I love it here. And also, the LGBTQ community here is very supported. Like, we have students that, like, aren't a part of the community that, like, if somebody's picking on a gay person or something, will come and defend them. Like, it's very good here, thankfully.
That's good to know. And I gotta tell you, I'm done with it because it's absolutely exhausting.
Made a face.
So my friend who a year ago passed away, he got in this horrible fiasco with this girl that we knew that we used to be friends with that just falsely accused him of, and this is triggering, sexually assaulting her, and it was not true. And she'd done this to other guys before, and they'd been cleared of it because she was lying about them, and it was pretty clear she was lying about them. And
that's never good to do. Yeah, it makes real victims, people not trust them.
Yeah, and the worst part, and I knew it was because he was black. I knew it was because he was black that they were not allowing, that they were taking her claim against him seriously, and they didn't take the other 2 claims seriously. Because the last 2 students she falsely accused, were both white. And he was black. So they took her seriously about him and not them.
Someone can sue your school.
His father worked for the school, and they still did that to him. And
someone needs to sue your school. They can sue him for millions of dollars.
The student government's been trying to get rid of the chancellor for a really long time here. It's hard because she's richer than God, and no one can touch her. And also, but yeah, it was really upsetting because it made him I totally blame her for what happened to him because his mental health went in a downward spiral after that. And next thing we know, he's gone. I totally blame her for that.
His family could sue the school for that. For racial bias.
They should. I don't know what. I think that they were just too. I don't know. I'm not his family, but his family's very sweet. They're very kind people.
Most families who suffer loss just want to move on from it.
They just wanted to move on, and it was just horrible. It was a horrible thing. But it was really upsetting. And when it's staring you, like, straight in the face like that. You know what I mean? Ugh. And I'm sure, like, I didn't know how to deal with that. It wasn't me, obviously. But he was really suffering and none of us could help him and it was horrible, you know? So, yes, my point is the chancellor's been the student government's been against the chancellor for a really long time for the way that she treats students of color. And they've been trying to get her out for a really long time. But the board won't have it because they're all richer than God and racist too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, it feeds itself, you know? It's awful.
I totally get it.
Yeah, I'm sure you get it better than I do, yes. Sure you do. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately. It just upsets me. And I don't know. I don't mean to upset anybody. It just came up and it made me really mad.
Yeah. We've had crazy things on our campus as well. We had my freshman year. We had a shooting. Unfortunately, it was at the edge of campus. There's a bar. It made news.
I do remember that. Yeah,
it was a student was leaving the bar. They believe there was some kind of like a drug deal basically happening in the parking lot. Unfortunately, but something happened. Student was shot and killed. The shooter left. There was a massive manhunt for the guy, and it was later found out that there was a girl from our school who was with him who did nothing to stop him and who basically helped him get away. She was charged as an accomplice to murder and expelled from the school and arrested within 12 hours. And then the other guy was found, I think, within 24 hours of the shooting, trying to flee the state. He was found 24 hours after the shooting. He was, driving away, trying to flee the state. I got the timeline wrong. They found her 6 hours after the shooting, because she woke up to police arresting her. And then they found him 12 hours after the shooting, trying to flee the state. But they had set up roadblocks and stuff, so they caught him. And then 24 hours after that, they were all formally charged in a court with murder. Murder and accomplice to murder. And then, the school held like an actual ceremony at in our communal area for him.
Yikes. Wow, that's horrible. It's just, there's a lot going on, yo. There's a lot going on in the world.
Yeah, this episode just went really dark.
I know, I didn't mean for it to get there. We were just talking about the chancellor, and she sucks, so I have to, hey, guess what? This woman sucks. That's like my...
Can I just say how glad I am that I did not go to your school? I got accepted in. I got accepted into your school.
Oh, yeah. I bet you did. Mm-hmm. As much as I love my school, I do. Because there's a lot of great people that go here, and I love a lot of the professors. You know what I mean? But I just don't like the administration. That's the thing.
Yeah, I can see myself.
You know
I couldn't see myself butting heads with the administration. I'm very glad I didn't go to your school.
Yeah,
I would have gone, but
because
y'all just didn't have the program I wanted.
That's fair, and I love the program I'm in. They've got a really high job placement rate for music teachers, so that was the main reason I came here. Mm-hmm. And then, it sucks because I really love the culture of the campus and the people who go here, but there's a lot of issues with the people who run it. And it just ruins the entire thing. You know what I mean?
That's usually how life works. Whereas the people at the top who are just the worst.
Scum and trash. Because they have money. What do they care about everyone below them? They have money. They're fine. They're rich. They're wealthy. They can do whatever they want because they have money. Who cares about all the minorities and everyone else who's under them?
Speaking of money and different things, that's one thing where it's very hard to climb the economic ladder, that's for sure. Especially if you aren't already from a wealthy family. It's just figuring everything out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We
definitely think
we call that capitalism.
Welcome to the U.S. Country of capitalism at its quote unquote finest.
Capitalism is like a love-hate relationship. Like
It
some
has
things
its
you just
benefits
love it,
and
then there's other parts that you're like, oh, why?
I see. For me, I don't have any of it. Just throw the whole thing out.
COVID has revealed that capitalism sucks.
Yes, it has.
Like, I knew it sucked in some senses, but I could at least, like, say, it's good in some others. But no, COVID has completely revealed how much the U.S. government fails us and how much capitalism just sucks.
I didn't know. No, I found this meme. It's Karl Marx shaking and slowly his eyes turn red. And it just says Marxism intensifies. That's where I'm at right now.
Yes.
Honestly, that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. And I would definitely still say that I'm still more of a capitalist. Only for like one reason is I like the idea that people can still build things for themselves. That's like the only reason I like it.
Here's my thing. You can still have a system where people can build stuff for themselves that's not technically capitalist. Do you know what I mean?
And I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that like you have like really bad capitalism, like the Industrial Revolution. That's what it's called. I'm sleeping. But you know, where it's just like any kind of atrocity is possible. I like a combination between like capitalism and like social programs. You know, I think that's good. I definitely think social programs are a good thing to help out people. I just don't like it when there's too much bureaucracy, because then you can't get anything done. You know, or you can't build things for yourself. That's just how I look at stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's like another term for it, like that's not capitalism or socialism. I gotta look that
communism. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, nice.
Here's my thing. There are issues with communism for total control, but socialism, in my opinion, is probably just like after years of developing it, and this is kind of a political statement, I know, but it just makes the most sense, because there's no country in the world in this day and age people shouldn't be living in poverty.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So like
there should at least be like a minimum quality of life.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I got in this argument with my dad the other day where he's about stimulus checks, because a friend of my mom's got a stimulus check for her and her family, and she decided to use it to take a trip that they don't get to go on trips very often, you know? Mm-hmm. And for me, it was like, well, you know what? She probably doesn't get to do it that often because of her income. So, you know what? If she wants to take a trip with the money, I don't really care what she does with it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's her money.
Yeah, and my dad was just like, see, this is what I don't like. I don't like people using the money for fun stuff. And they're like, Dad, what does it matter to you? Do you know what I mean?
We can use our money for whatever we want. Why can't they?
He's just like, it's only for people that need it. And I was like, my moral compass tells me that I don't care how many people are using the money for personal stuff or for stuff, like, because people deal with trauma and all kinds of crap in their own way. So if you get a stimulus check and you buy, like, if you buy a fancy trip, you buy yourself like a new bathtub or something, just to treat yourself, I don't really care. Do that.
Well, you know, it depends on what you determine what's a necessity. You know,
yeah, and
just important.
What's best for your mental health or what is best for you, I don't really care. Like, and if you, as long as the people, I want everybody to have that who doesn't make tons of money, even if they are getting by and paying their bills. Do you know what I mean? Because
you shouldn't feel like you can never go anywhere.
Everybody's just getting by at this point, unless they're super rich.
Yeah.
You know?
And, you know, I'm glad you brought up the point about the vacation thing, because, you know, we do tend to have, like, this thinking, like you were saying, where people should only, you know, get, like, the necessities, like, you know, make sure you have water, electricity, food, and stuff like that. But is that really living? That's just surviving.
Right.
You know? And even if you survive, that doesn't constitute that your life is worth living.
Right.
You know, and you were mentioning like the mental health thing, that can still lead people into dark places if they never are able to do something that fulfills them.
Yeah.
At least once.
Yeah, and I just don't. As long as people should be getting taken care of. As long as people are getting taken care of. If 100 people could be exploiting a system that like provides money to folks under a certain income, even if those people are paying their rent and getting by. Mm-hmm. As long as the people who genuinely need the help paying their rent and whatnot are getting paid rent, are able to pay their rent with that help, I don't really care. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? How many people are exploiting it? Because people exploit systems.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And I think
look at capitalism. Do you think Jeff Bezos isn't exploiting the system right now?
Yeah.
Of course he is.
You know, especially with all the money stuff, you know, we forget that we can't take it with us when we die. And so we're just hoarding it for no apparent reason.
Just
now, if
items.
You have children, I understand if you're like, oh, I'm going to leave this to somebody. But this isn't for everyone. This isn't for everyone. But like some people who like inherit money, they're just going to blow it on cars, trips, or anything. And so the parent that might have been like trying to save up, thinking that, oh, I'm going to put my grandchild through college. Like, well, your grandchild might not go to college because your son spent it on a boat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll just be honest. It's like I've seen that happen before.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not good when you become very old and you just suffer and you never do anything.
For yourself.
You've been taught. Huh?
For yourself, yeah.
Yeah, for yourself. And you're just sitting in the house, like literally just buying food, water, and just some of the electricity stuff because you think you're doing something. It's like, no, enjoy your life. Do things while you still can. You know, leave a certain portion, of course, for your children and grandchildren. It's fine.
Yeah.
But you don't have to make yourself literally miserable.
Yeah.
Because honestly,
right.
Your grandchildren and children that they had should be somewhat self-sufficient anyway, because you know you just should be.
And people, I got you. People get into this argument with me all the time, where I'm just like, you know, I think people should just should get a certain amount of money, and then like everything else is just gravy. And people argue with me like, what? So you just don't want people to have to work, huh? Smirk. And I said, well, yes, that's exactly what I want, actually. To be honest with you, I don't want people to have to work. That genuinely, I don't think people's lives should be dependent on how they can fuel the system. Mm-hmm. That's the way I see it. That's exactly what I want.
And we have to ask ourselves, if we pay people more in a backwards way, that might help the economy, because then people, of course, will spend more and buy more. You know,
but the people that don't choose to work most of the time are like the elderly, people that are full-time students, people that have a disability. You know, those are the people that normally would not choose to work based on systems where people get a baseline. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those, of course,
work efficiently.
People that can't work, young parents.
When you think about
that
it,
kind
they
of stuff.
could really afford to pay people.
Well, yeah, if you just stop paying the military so much, yeah, you totally could. And that's the tea. All right, enough of that. So, what are we doing when everyone's fully vaccinated?
Oh, I say we do a Misfits movie night. Go to somebody's house and watch movies. It's just a question of whose house do we want to go to. I know, Latte, you have a big bonus room.
Yeah,
that would be up to your mom if she'd be willing to let a bunch of Misfits in the house. So.
Probably she'd be fine. She just got her vaccine, actually.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, this would be definitely after we've all gotten the vaccine. So we would all be safe.
Yeah, I need to get my vaccine. She got hers because she's at risk and stuff. So I need to get mine soon. Whenever they open it up to.
Are you in group? Which group are you in?
I I guess it would be group 4. That's what y'all were saying.
Group.
That's like
Well,
for the
it
youngest
depends.
people.
I think group 4 is for people that are at high risk or in communal living
group
situations.
4, they changed it. Group 3 is people who are high risk and in communal living situations. Group 4 is students. Students and
Group 4.
people who are at moderate risk. So I am group 4. I've actually found out because they did change it. Thankfully, my dad has been switched to group 3. He's also an essential worker, which he failed to mention to us. Idiot.
Well, why didn't he get it earlier then?
Because he still hasn't gotten it. He's stupid. Because because there's a debate about whether or not his job is like, oh, we might bring the vaccine to, like, we might just have them vaccinate you guys here. And he's like, I don't see the
That's what they were going to do at our place.
And he's like, well, I don't see the point of making an appointment if they're just going to bring it here anyway. I'm like, it's been a month.
Here's my thing. Shioda can vouch for this too, that like they were like, you know, you get paid an extra bonus if you get it from here at our work. And I was like, screw you, I already had I already got one from I don't care about the $100. I'm getting my vaccine as soon as possible. I'm not putting it off. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hold on.
Why would you put it off?
I thought you just had to show proof that you got it, not you had to get.
I don't know for sure, but I think that originally it was you get it from there and they get the $100. I think they did change it.
Yeah.
Yes, which is good because once I get that thing, yes, I want my $100 gift. I bust my butt. I spent all my weekends here. I deserve a gift. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, especially considering my son. Oh, God.
Yeah, Sheridan has helpful Sundays. He works with idiots.
Well, you know, you work customer service, you work with idiots. Oh, I'm sorry. Josh is texting me right now. Sweetheart, it's fine. It just scared me a bit. So, the last time I was at my old school visiting Josh, I left and was like, just use I have a McDonald's like account thing where you can pre-order and they bring it to you so that you don't have to wait in line for stuff with people. Mm-hmm. And I said, yeah, just use my card on my account and buy yourself some dinner because he had no money. So I filled up his car for him and then I paid for his lunch or whatever because he had zero money. Right? So, and it's fine. And so I got an email that something went to my account and I looked at it and it freaked me out for a minute because I thought somebody had stolen my card. And I looked at it and I saw that it was in a different area of North Carolina where he lives. And I was like, oh, it must have been Josh. So I texted him and I was like, I tried to call him earlier and I was like, hey, did you charge this to my card? Like, it's okay. If you are hungry and you can't afford it, just let me know next time so I know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, because I don't care.
Just to have a heads up about you getting a charge on your card. And
he's like, I'm so sorry. I thought I put it on my card. I don't know why it took yours. Do you want me to pay you back? And I was like, sweetheart, it's $10. I don't... like,
yeah, no biggie.
Buy your chicken nuggies. It's fine. You know,
dude, he's a nice person.
No, like, it's like, are you mad? I was like, why would I be mad? It's fine. Yeah.
Right. He strikes me as that kind of person that worries about those things, though.
Yeah, he does ask me to help him with stuff sometimes, but it's just because my family's pretty well off, and I can afford stuff, thankfully. So it really doesn't bother me. You know, like people have this weird. I've noticed that people have this weird thing with money. It's like a difference between someone that grew up with money and someone that grew up with less money. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? I've noticed that people that have tons of money most of the time are really nickel-y and dimey about things. Nickel and diming everything, you know? Like, and I can see this with my mom. My first year of college, I ate out a lot because we didn't have a kitchen, really. And, you know, we were 18, right?
Yeah.
And she really got super mad at me about it one time. like a couple of times because I would order pizza every now and again. But so I make it a point to just be like, to pay people back and also to not worry about other people paying me back. But folks like Josh, both of his parents are teachers as well. So he's not rich or anything like that. He is worried about getting paid back and things like that, but he spent a lot of money on me early in our relationship. Like when we started dating, before when we were dating, he would spend a lot of money on me that he didn't need to spend. And I was always like, do you need me to pay you back? He's like, it's okay. It's like people that don't have much money will like buy you groceries and not ask for the money back, but people that can afford a vacation home will be like, you owe me 29 cents for the sip you took out of my latte. It's weird. People with lots of money.
People with lots of money are very like nitpicky, like, oh my god, you owe me money now.
Like they hoard it.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I don't get the need to hoard money.
I don't understand it
Like
either.
I get the need to save money, to save for stuff if you're saving up. Just like, sorry, I can't go out tonight. I'm trying to save up to get my graduate degree or to go on a trip this summer or whatever. Yeah, I get that. Or like, I'm sorry, I can't spot you tonight. I'm doing that. That's fine. But the upsetting thing for me is just like, when people nickel and dime because they have tons of money and they don't want to like
spend
it out, spend it at all. Oh,
hi, Sugar. That is Latte's dog, Sugar. She's probably complaining because she's not getting attention right now.
Probably. I'm sure she'll be back in a second.
Yep.
No, she's having an argument with the neighbor's dog.
Oh, yeah. She also gets in arguments with the neighbor's dog.
Yeah. She hates this dog. She's never seen it before. It's directly behind her house. Hates him. Other dogs, fine. That dog, no. I don't know why. But yeah, money's weird.
Money's weird. Money's a weird thing.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be like too stingy. Like I want to save.
Well, yeah, of
course.
course.
Of course, important when you're young. But like I'll explain. Like when I was in college, I would get some money I would save back from like my Pell Grant, and like I would save like a good bit of it. And then because I would buy like some of my books used and different things like that.
Which is smart.
And I realized I'm not saving that much money. So I'm stressing myself out over like a tiny bit when I could have spent it and actually been happier. Not spent all of it, but like spent it on something I wanted. Like I recently bought like a gaming computer. I'm like, when I get my job, the money that I've been saving all these years for my Pell Grant is literally like nothing compared to if I had a job. I can make that money in like a month of work,
right,
or whatever it is,
right.
And so you have to sit down and be like, and what I'm really saving, really that much in comparison to other things.
Plus, you got the computer at a good deal too. You waited till it was at a good deal.
Yeah, and I noticed it myself too, where I get stingy about things too because I grew up with money, and I didn't know I did until I went to school, and I didn't realize how little amount of money most people have.
Dude, this is why I
had no idea.
Upbringing. So we're not rich, but we live comfortably.
Same here.
And my parents raised me where if somebody needs help, you offer it. So you guys have known I'll buy things for you guys sometimes, or I'll treat you guys to things, and I don't ask for anything back. And it's just that's the way I was raised. You treat people that you care about, and you don't ask for money in return because it's the right thing.
Yeah. I had no idea how well off we were. Do you know what I mean? Until I got to college, because here's the thing: I grew up. We went out to eat once a week. We went on huge trips every summer. Like, we went to the beach or to the mountains every summer, and we went to Disney World and stuff like that. Yeah, basically, that's a good one. That's a good episode title, Shioda. Every single summer, we did all that stuff. And now as an adult, I had no idea people didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I was like, even when I was about 15 or so, I think was the one time it really hit, because I was 17, because I was in marching band and all this stuff that cost money. Like, everything I did cost money. And I didn't know that there were people that weren't able to do that stuff because they didn't have money. Like, it was just never brought, and I know it sounds crazy, but I just, like, it just never brought to my attention. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it just was a huge wake-up call. You know?
Yeah. I have an uncle, who is an uncle only in name. We aren't close. He actually really doesn't talk to us. I can't tell. The last time I actually talked to him was at a funeral. Was at my grandfather's funeral. And he is a stingy bastard, and I don't like him. I really don't consider him family. But he's a millionaire. I don't know if I told you guys that. Yeah, he's a millionaire.
I think you told me this before.
Yeah, my family. My grandfather owned a law firm, started up a law firm, and my aunt and my uncle worked there. My dad's the black sheep of the family. He decided to be a nuclear engineer instead of going into law like
cool,
the rest of it. I know. I was like, that's awesome. He's super smart. I didn't realize how smart my dad was until over the summer.
They make decent money, don't they? I thought they did.
Yeah, no, he made
like of course, not corporate attorney money, but still good money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's still good money, but yeah, because my family owns a law firm. My uncle is a millionaire. He has. We went when we
One second. It's not a big deal. He just happened what I want from the restaurant. What were you saying?
But yeah, no. So for the funeral, I visited my uncle, and he had $1 million house, fountain in the front, big driveway, 5 cars in the garage, workout room, lots of bedrooms. I got yelled at because I was trying to sit down in a chair. He's like, "No, that's just for decoration."
Okay.
I was like, why do you need 5 cars? Why do you need a fountain? Why do you need a fountain in the front of your house? Why do you need a chair that's just for decoration? I was like, I have never been more thankful for my parents bringing my sister and I up in just a humble house. Because I talked to my parents, and I was like, wow, he has a lot of, he can afford all those things. And my parents are like, like, we could technically afford this stuff too if we saved up a little more. But there's just no point to it. We donate a lot of money and stuff every year because it's just, we'd rather give it to people who need it. And it just it was really eye-opening to just see that. We're not close to that uncle.
I bet. Like, that's crazy. Like,
he's very stingy.
I think y'all have seen my house. It's nothing like that. I think y'all have seen my house. Like, it's a pretty nice house.
I've seen the outside of your house. I haven't been on the inside.
Right. I don't think most of y'all have been inside my house. But, like, I think Muse has been inside my house. Yeah, she has.
Muse has been inside your house.
Yes, and it's nice, you know. We live in it just affects everything. You know.
Also, Shiota, I love these. So Shiota, while we're doing this, Shiota, the secret neighbor one, I'd put the text in a different color, though. That's my only thing I want to say. That in the Stardew, I would put the text not in purple. I would put it in, like, white or something to make it stand out more. While we're doing this, Shiota's been making us some, like, what do they call it on YouTube? Thumbnails. He's been making us some thumbnails for our Let's Play series. So, yeah. I'm just looking through them. That's the only 2 that I would say I would change the text color on. It's just the first 2. But yeah. He's been making us some, thumbnails for our Let's Play series, so we don't have to keep using YouTube suggested thumbnails, which are boring.
Boring, right. Now, I'm glad, are we able to do our own thumbnails now?
Yeah.
I thought you had to have, like, okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Awesome.
When you start your channel, after you have a certain number of uploads, you can put your own thumbnails in. Because we've been able to do our own thumbnails for a while.
After you have a certain number of what?
Of videos uploaded, like showing that your account is active, you can start uploading your own thumbnails.
Oh, okay.
Because we had them for Age of Calamity and in our other series.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. It's just nice to have
Yeah.
It is nice. They look crisp. I like them. Look at them.
Mm-hmm.
They're simple. I like stuff like that. It's simple. It's clean. It gets the point across, you know. I like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it doesn't need a bunch of flair.
Yeah.
As much as I love a Jacksepticeye thumbnail, I don't really feel like that fits us, to be honest.
Well, one day, as our channel grows, by the way, if you're watching, our channel is Band of Misfits on YouTube. Band_of_Misfits. Please come watch our content. We upload our podcast there. We upload games there.
Give me the link. I'm in a lesbian Discord server for lesbian gamers, and they have a shameless advertising section. So if you want me to put the link,
here's the link. Here is the link.
There's a lot, and also they find me attractive, so like it's fine. It should get me some.
Oh, they get to listen to your sexy voice then.
My sexy voice.
But yeah, so as our channel grows, as more people join it, we'll hopefully be able to get somebody who's more willing to do thumbnails or something, but that won't be for a long time. So in the meantime, it is nice being able for us to know the basics of like Photoshop and stuff and be able to kind of make our own thumbnails. We are kind of doing everything ourselves. We record these. We had to teach ourselves how to set up OBS and record these. We had to, we make the thumbnails. I had to teach myself how to edit the videos, how to use the editor on my computer and stuff, so I could edit our videos and things. And that's why as time goes on, you'll see like things look better and better. It's just because I'm learning more features. We're learning more things and stuff that we're using. And eventually one day we'll get better mics, better equipment and stuff. That just takes time. And again, money. College kids don't have a lot of money.
Very true.
A little broke. Because college makes you pay for everything. This cap and gown that I only wear once, $50. Same in high school though. Same in high school, which is why my family we're reusing my cap and gown for my sister, because it just saves money, and we're similar enough heights where it's not an issue. However, Panda, you and your brother, that would not work.
Yeah. Right. Bunny is 5'8".
The last time I saw your brother, he was slightly taller than you. That tells you how long it's been since I've seen your brother, like, face to face. I need to just go to your house one day and, well, not your house. I need to just say hi to him one day. Not your house, because I know your parents would kind of freak. COVID.
No, my thing is, y'all haven't really been to my house, not because I don't love my family or my parents or I'm embarrassed in my house, but because I'm worried they will say something to you that will make me mad.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That. So some of the Misfit parents are
questionable.
Are questionable. Yes.
Like Latte's father or my parents or... So, Muse's parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're nice,
but thankfully, Latte's mother is delightful.
Things.
So if we hang out
Latte's mother is
her mom, it's
wonderful.
Great. But
yeah, Latte, your mom is so nice. Every time I've gone to your house, she's so nice. I just want to say that your mom is wonderful.
Yes, your mom deserved better, is what we're saying.
Yes.
So.
Definitely.
Yeah, I bet.
I really am looking forward to when we can start doing our Misfit movies again and stuff.
Oh, that'll be great.
So fun. That'll be so much fun. Yeah, like we can figure out like what movies we want to watch and stuff. hook that up and everything, figure out how to do that. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. Once we get all our vaccines, once everyone's vaccinated, we'll be able to hang out.
We won't be doing any events, until everybody has their vaccine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No events in close quarters or in people's houses. When we did our Christmas party and New Year's Eve party, they were in Muse's driveway. And we were sitting 6 feet away from each other. That way we could take our masks off to eat and drink. Right. But we stayed safe. We
do our best. We have been following protocols pretty much this entire pandemic, and we take that very seriously. We take our health very seriously. So
a lot of us have people, family members that are more susceptible, and we're really trying to protect them. That's kind of the one blessing right now of me living at school in an apartment is it keeps my family safe because they're not exposed to all the college germs and things. Not saying college students are irresponsible, but there's a reason that the COVID numbers shoot up whenever college students are in school. Because college students.
There's a reason my brother did his first year of college online.
Yeah. Dude, my sister had the option to go back to school and do face-to-face classes, and she point blank said, hell no, because my classmates are idiots, and they're not going to be safe. Them. She was like, I'm just going to remain online. And I don't blame them. I don't blame her at all. I point blank told her, because I was the first one she said that to. She was like, I'm going to tell mom and dad that I don't want to go face to face. I want to stay online. I was like, you tell them. Like, I wish I was online, but some of my classes, unfortunately, have to be face-to-face for specific reasons. But thankfully, they're socially distanced face-to-face. Socially distanced face-to-face classes, and they are safe. My university does take precautions. And my professors have point-blank said, if you don't follow those rules when you're in the building, I am kicking you out of my class.
Right.
So yeah, and it's only two classes, so it's not bad.
Oh, okay. Anything else? I feel like we've been rambling for a bit. What time is it? It's 8:00.
We've been going an hour and 7 minutes, so yeah, we can.
We probably should start wrapping it up then.
Yeah. So we are recording something later. So
I got some wax on my lips still. I went and got my lip wax today. Sorry.
Yeah, y'all can't see it, but Panda looks good today. She hopped on Discord and I went, holy hell, you look good.
Ooh, you look good.
Especially down in my mouth. I know.
We had a meeting today, a student-teacher meeting thing with my group, and my supervisor was talking about, I don't know how guys do it with the tie thing. I said, I do it. And she's like, you're a brave woman. She's like, yeah. And I was just like, I just look good. And I was just kidding. But this girl on the thing was like, yeah. And I was like, I know you see this right now.
Yeah, you look good and you know it.
There's a mild crush there, I think. It feels good.
Did she have the dreamy heart eyes?
A little bit.
Aww.
Suck it. It's cute. She's cute. Alright, anyway, moving on. We're moving on. Yep. Alright. So, have a great night. Alright, take care of yourself.
Please
Don't allow the wheels of capitalism to prevent you from caring for yourself.
Yes. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others. Don't be mean to people.
Yes.
Be safe.
Basic stuff.
Yeah, please be safe. Follow the COVID regulations. There's a reason the United States still has a lot of COVID cases, and most other countries have gotten rid of their cases. Like, please be safe.